out in my front, on my front porch. I got all set up out back, and then I noticed that my neighbor was out there. And so I decided to move out front. And so it's a partly cloudy day. The weather's pretty decent. It's like 78 degrees. There's a soft breeze, and it's it's a good Friday morning, even though it was frustrating trying to move from where I was at to out here. Now, I've only made one video on the front porch ever, but hi, Mike. How are you today? You working? I have some work to do later today, and then I am going to my son's. Hi, Paula. Because my grandson has a baseball tournament this weekend, and so I'm going to go watch him play ball. It starts tomorrow, so later today I'm going to drive to Fort Worth and spend the weekend there. And so I'm excited about that, to get out and go do something. Hi, Gary. What are you doing? So I wanted to do a live to kind of, I don't know, pep up my psyche, I guess you could say. Um, it's good to see you too, Gary. I'm glad you popped in on this Friday morning. So I've been gathering up some stuff, and like I said, I wanted to go live about 9:15, and the whole of having to move, but I didn't want my neighbor listening in on my live. If he wants to be on my live, he can. So, hi, Catherine. How are you this morning? There's Pam. She says she's just getting organized to do a coffee chat and was thinking how it would be fun to go live. Glad I saw this. Well, you can pop on live right after this, and we'll all go to yours. Now, I don't know how to fly the plane. I've not learned how to do that. I'm going to have to get a tutorial from Mrs. G. She is or Red's Room TV. They both have their pilot's license, and I don't. Yeah, and my little dog's out front. He snuck out, so he's out wandering around. He loves it. He's like, woohoo, I'm free in the front yard. So, um, but I thought I'd hop on here and just chat to all my community because it's such great support, and I might save the live for WH. Okay. Tomorrow or another day. Yeah. Well, I've wanted to add a couple of lives, and I had thought about Monday and Friday mornings. You know, Julie goes live, and at my time it's 7:30, and so 9:15 is a good time for me. I kind of got my day started. I'm up and around, and um, but my neighbor seems to like to sit outside at that time, so it's like I'm competing for airtime. So anyway, I'm going to this ball tournament, and it will be hot. It's going to be, I think, 90 something, 95. Gary says I do a lot of pop-ups just whenever I roll out of bed. Yeah. What was it? Red's Room said it could call it PJ chat on the back porch. just roll out of bed and do a live. Um, I kind of like to get my day started, and then I don't have to go back and get ready for the day, because often I have maybe a telehealth client or something I got to see. So I got to at least be halfway presentable. Um, Pam said, "Hi again, Paula. We are everywhere this morning. It's hello everywhere." Um, said, "But I am working on checking to see who is live before I do them. Helps me keep from going over friends." Yeah, yeah, that helps. A lot of the people that do uh, impromptu lives that are in my community do them usually early afternoon, late afternoon, and or evenings. Morning lives are not real pop. I mean, as far as people watch them, but not a lot of people do them that are in my community, you know. So uh, I did not check because by the time I got out here and I moved my thing and my chair and my mosquito repellent little coil, mosquitoes are horrible right now. We've had a lot of rain and they don't seem to be as bad out front here where I'm at right now as they do in the backyard. And they like to carry me off. Mike's asking, "Are you ladies going on live?" I know Paula's going to try. Julie's going to be on the live. So I'm not going to be on the live because I will be driving. I guess I could on my phone. I could be live on my phone in the car. And hey, that might be an idea. Oh, Mike said they have me working 12-hour days, so I may not be able to comment tonight, but I can listen. Yep, you can hang out in the bushes at work. So, and I just got a notice that Dr. Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtles going live in 30 minutes. So I try to catch him and support him. He's in my community too. Good old Daryl. He's a great guy. We've emailed back and forth. It's easy if you can get somebody to co-host with you a time or two at least. It is when you start. Sally did my first live with me, and it got my feet wet. I was still nervous doing it by myself, and did the first live, and that was it. So Catherine said, "That's above your pay grade." I'll do a live with you, Catherine. It's real easy. I can set it up and send you a link. Of course, it'll be on my channel. And Paula said, "Oh dang, I scheduled dishwashing diaries for 11 o'clock. I forgot about Doc." Yes. Oh, you're going to do an 11 o'clock? I have to hop on that. Uh, I don't have a subject today. On Wednesday nights, I do subjects. I kind of pick a subject and I might talk about it, and then it takes off and we talk about poop. So, Pam said if I rolled out of bed and started live, I bet an ambulance would show up. Oh, goodness sakes. Oh, that's funny, Pam. You're funny. Paul said, "I was, but I'll cancel at 6 since Doc will be live." We could do it after Doc gets done. You're doing your dishwashing diaries again. I like that. I thought about doing a dishwashing thing. My setup at the sink would be great. And just prop my little phone right up there and wash them dishes. I don't wash a lot of dishes. I have a dishwasher. I wash a few, but um, that's one thing I've noticed since I've been home alone is I don't have a lot of dishes and there's not a lot of food consumed and things have stayed pretty tidy. So, huh, except for the dogs. It rains and my big dog loves to run through the mud and then she gets all that mud in her paws and tracks it in, and then it dries, and then I have little dirt clods everywhere. So it's quite the. I've been busy keeping up with that. Hello, Miss M. How are you? I find it easier to do chores when I have a YouTube friend with me. Yeah, I put my earbuds in and listen and do my stuff. So everyone's saying hello to Miss M. Paula said, "I'll do mine another time." Yeah, so Uh-oh, she's found something to bark at. So anyway, um, the mosquitoes have eaten me up, and I got the itches. Catherine said, "Follow you cussing again." LOL. Just kidding. Oh, Paula said, "I'm glad you reminded me." Well, my phone reminded me. It popped up, and so that's how I remember is, they pop up on my phone, and then or on my watch, because my watch is all connected. It's all neighbors going to work. It's work time if they go to work at 10, which is my work time now that I'm retired. The 2 days that I work, I don't have to be there till 10 o'clock. I tell them that's retirement for me. Oh, Pam said, "I'm always so excited for spring and summer and forget about mosquitoes." Man, I do at first, and then it's like they eat me up, and it gets to where I can't even go outside. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to be outside because then I have all these bites all over me, and you know, or I have to spray to keep them off of me. And we have a fogger, and I have these coils. These coils work really well. I'd always seen them and didn't know if they worked or not. And I went to Canada, and my friend had some, and uh, put them outside. That's because we're sweet, Pam. She says mosquitoes love me. It's because we're so sweet. And they work so well that I came home and I got some, and I run those things. They help so much. So Paula says she's got to go walk Rambo before Doc's live. All you friends have a great day. You too, Paula. Pam said, "That's it, Rhonda. We're so sweet. That's why they like us." Um, okay. There are other ways, I think, like getting a barrel fan and putting a screen on the back. Oh, is that to get rid of mosquitoes? Thanks, Paula. I'll have a great time all weekend. Be around my grandson. He wants to be on YouTube with me. It was so funny. I said, "I've heard whether or not mosquitoes bite you is based on your blood type." Well, I'm just their type, whatever that is. Oh, oh, the suction keeps them against the screen. They can't fly around. It helps control the mosquito population. Hmm. Well, I'm gonna get out the spray. I'm gonna spray my back porch because they're just terrible back there. So, you know, I man, I don't know, but it was so funny. I was there. I don't know if it was around Christmas or earlier this year, and James, my grandson, said something about YouTube, and my son said, "Well, your granny has a YouTube." He looked at me and he said, "You have a YouTube channel?" I said, "I sure do." And he said, "Do you know Mr. B?" Started laughing, and I said, "I know who he is, but I don't know. I don't know him." And he was like, "Can I be on your YouTube channel?" I told him, "Not yet. You're not quite old enough." He's 9. So uh, stay tuned. He's going to want to be on my YouTube channel. Studies have found that mosquitoes land on and bite people with type O blood nearly twice as often as those with type A blood. Oh, so I'm just their type O. Catherine said most people are O's, so there is a buffet of food available. You're right, Catherine. There's a whole buffet. Yeah. And they think I'm a smorgasbord. It's just, said I copied that, but apparently missed the S. Well, I got it. Yes, O is the most common blood type. Well, I'm learning all kinds of neat little tidbits today. So, but the sun's shining through. Ta-da! what was it? Julie was talking about this morning. The ta-da list. Ta-da! I have a friend that's what she calls God because she says she prays and ta-da! Oh my goodness sakes. And O negative is known as a universal donor. So what does that mean, Gary? Enlighten us. O negative. Does that mean that anyone can accept O negative blood? Miss M's got a smiley face on us. You got the #1 crown, Miss M. You are styling and profiling today. #1 crown. Anyway, so I have a 2-hour drive this afternoon, and that might be a good idea. I could just tune in live from my car, but it might be too distracting. Yeah, it means that anybody can be given O negative blood for transfusion, or they need blood. You can give them O negative with no issues. Oh, that's very interesting. I don't know what blood type I have. I used to know, but I don't know. Well, Pam, you're #3. You got the #3 crown. Pam said you're special, Miss M. You have the #1 crown. Pam's got #3. I wonder who's #2. Who snagged the #2 crown? Did Paula, and she took it with her? Oh, have you ever been on Mrs. G when Mrs. G's life when they have a crown war between Winstone and Red's Room TV? There's this big fight. Oh, Catherine said, no crown for me. Oh, she's crying. No crown. Well, just keep it. It has to do with the post in the chats. And then it's also correlated to how many of my videos you watch. So, and Catherine, you watch a lot of my videos, so you just need to talk more on the chat. Maybe you move up. Okay. Gary said, I have O, but not certain about the RH factor. I think it's positive, but not certain. Hey, Kristen, how are you this morning? You must have been busy. So, I've been busy this week, and I got a busy week next week. So, the usual. Oh, Catherine said, be careful what you suggest. Because guess what? There's Red's Room TV. Hi. I've been talking about you where your ears burning. I've manifested Red's Room TV. I was talking about Crown Wars. Everyone's saying hello to Kristen. Kristen and I have been friends for a long time. She lives here where I live, and I've been talking to her to start a YouTube channel for 2 years. There's my sister, Cheryl. How are you today? We're going to do a live together. Or you want to do a live, or you just want to do a interview type thing? I think a live would be fun. Let's schedule that. I don't know when you're free. I know you work, and I work such weird. I work 2 days in a counseling office on Wednesday and Thursday, and I work from an interview could still be live. I know, but I don't like to do live interviews because there's too much going on. My ADHD gets overwhelmed with the chat, trying to interview somebody and getting interrupted and stopping, and I'd rather just do a Zoom, record it, and post it. But to just do a live with somebody is different. So I've kind of behavior modification. I've gotten better with the ADHD, and I can multitask some things, but not the. I've I don't know. It's too much stuff. Gary said, just means the interview can go wonky at the drop of a hat. Isn't that the truth? Kristen said, I need to just do a live. I know, and it's scary, and you think nobody's going to show up. And what I did with my first one is I let a couple of people know that I was going to be live, and they committed to be there. So I knew there would be a couple of people, and they kind of, and then all these people joined. Julie said, I'm so glad I made it in time. Well, I was going to try to go live about 9:15, and I got all set up in the backyard, and then my neighbor came outside, and he's out there. He'll talk on the phone, and he smokes, and he coughs, and you know, so it says, this is Pam. I work from 64 to 96 hours a week and spend time with my wife, and yet have 2 monetized channels. I have a few more as well. Just don't focus on those. What'd she say? Um, well, some are overachievers. Overachievers. Oh, Cheryl said I'm driving. Had to go to the chiropractor. Well, I'm glad you're listening in while you're driving. It's better than the radio, isn't it? I pick usually when I'm driving, like if I'm driving, I'm going to Fort Worth 2 hours from here. I'll find a podcast or something that's kind of long and just put it on and listen to it. Makes time go really quick. So, but I'll probably be listening to Karen's live tonight, but I'll be driving. So it's better than the radio. It really is. It is. So Gary said, LOL, I just think I feel like I need to stay busy, or maybe I'm a little OCD-ish. Yeah, think? Workaholic? I have tendencies to be that way. Um, Julie said, thank you. I've been singing Hamilton songs, LOL. You're not still singing the Beverly Hillbillies? Man, it's like I call them a brain worm, something gets stuck in your head, and then that's over and over and over again. Somebody can talk about a song, and I'll think, oh yeah, Beverly Hillbillies theme song, and uh, Seventh Light Belt Loop, Mr. Ed, my favorites, the famous Mr. Ed. Well, you know what? After we got off, I thought, what was that one they called? I think it was um, Petticoat Junction. I don't know. I started singing that song. I was like, Julie, Julie started all those. Oh, Gary says, I never thought about myself being a workaholic. The only reason I'm working so much is I need to increase my pension. I was basically 50 when I became a police officer. I understand that. I understand that. You know, I did hair for 38 years, changed professions. I was 54 years old, went to work. I said I got a real job, and it had PTO and 401k and all of that sort of stuff. Oh, it's beautiful outside today, Red. It is 81 degrees now, and I'm in my front yard. It was partly cloudy, but the sun's come through, and it's shining down right on me. The sun shining down on me. Isn't there a song like that too? So, LOL, wow, that's very similar to my life. Well, I retired. I worked till I was 69. I was going to work till I was 70. And I really padded my Social Security. Really glad I did that. And then I couldn't stand it another year. I couldn't work for corporate not one more year. And oh, there it is. Gary's singing it. Sunshine shining on me, nothing but blue skies do I see. So there you have it. You know, And I'm in my best color, red. Hey, red's room. I red. Red's my favorite. It's not my favorite color, but since my hair's turned gray, it is a great color for me. So, but yeah, I retired a year earlier than I wanted, and I really enjoyed it. And then I just kind of got bored, so I signed up to do telehealth because I thought, I was doing YouTube, and I had kind of an online business doing some coaching, and I don't know, just didn't um, wasn't enough. So I signed up for a telehealth platform, started doing counseling online, and I don't know. Um, I kind of missed some face to face, so I found this part time job, and I'm doing that. Still doing telehealth, still seeing coaching clients, doing YouTube. So I'm just giving you a hard time, Gary. I'm just the same way. Well, I joke I need to retire from my retirement, because now I'm busy, but I don't think I wasn't too happy not being that busy. So, it's a trade off. Gary is a workaholic. There you go. There you go, Gary. That's two. Two. You know the saying, if someone calls you a horse one time, consider the source. If several people call you a horse, you might consider buying a saddle. Yeah, my pension and my Social Security should be at a level I could live without much worry about getting my bills paid. And that's important. That's real important. And you're younger than I am, so LOL. Well, then maybe I'm an alcoholic. Hey, go buy you a saddle, Gary. I know I am. I have those tendencies to be a workaholic. When I worked at a treatment center, and I was the started out as the clinical director, and of course, I got to go for the gold, and I ended up becoming the executive director of the facility. I ran the whole facility, and I was on call 24/7, and you know, there were some weeks that I worked 50, 55 hours, but then I kind of, I don't know, I gradually got to where it was like, especially as the executive director, this work's never going to be done. It's always going to be something to be done. And so Gary said, I think I'll spend more time on YouTube if that's possible when I retire. Yeah, you probably will. Catherine said, not alcoholic, workaholic. Yeah. Well, a lot of workaholics are alcoholics in my experience. or they or they get sober and then they become workaholics, you know. I do have an addictive personality, you know. There's so many things that, yeah, I could be addictive about. Shopping. Well, I don't shop like I used to. Um, you kind of get saturated, and then you get a certain age, and you think, I'm not buying another thing. I have too much stuff. I got to clean stuff out. But, shoes. Uh, one, my philosophy about shoes is um, one pair is too many, and a thousand's never enough. Okay, he says, I'm far from an alcoholic. I only drink when I'm live streaming mostly. Hey, Mike said, I've always been a workaholic, always single income with family, but now I don't have a family trying to pay off debt. Yeah, yeah. Said, and even then, it's fairly rare. That's kind of the way I am. I'm uh, every once in a while. So if I go eat Mexican food, I like to drink a margarita. Mike said, but it's not easy to do as I get older. I don't want to work as hard. Yes. Kristen said, I'll just always be an alcoholic. Well, once a pickle, always a pickle, right? Christians in recovery. So am I, but I'm on the other side. I go to the family room. Yeah, Christians in recovery. How many years you got now? 14? I lose count. 14. Hey, I did it. Yay. I hit it right on the nail. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Kristen's awesome. And she managed to do that all the way through that accident and being paralyzed and learning how to live in a wheelchair. Yep. Yep. She just needs to get on that YouTube channel and talk about that stuff. Says I have to rethink the gifts I give. I've actually given liquor as a gift to somebody in recovery. So, and you know what? If they're in recovery, they just find somebody else to give it to, right? So, but yeah, Kristen said, thank you. I really do. You really do. You really do. You've got some encouraging stuff to share with people and you just do it. Stop overthinking it. See, that's what Kristen said. Belt loop, that's funny. They will re-gift. She says, I buy a lot of liquor for Christmas and had given that out. Not a problem when it's just family or at least immediate family. Yeah, yep, yep. Hey, my husband and I are in recovery and we buy, we've given uh, like liquor to the kids for Christmas. So they like, let me think, Texas whiskey. I don't remember um, exactly, but yeah. And so I understand, Gary. Yeah. Says I just don't know what else to gift. Money seems crash a little bit. Hey, but money fits every single time. Yep, it fits. Oh, some of the cool thing. Oh, one year when we moved into this house, kids gave us a gift card to Lowe's. Says I just don't know what else to give. Money seems crash. I read that one. All of my family Christmas was all liquor bottles. Yeah. Pam said I have an addictive personality too. Yes, that's why. I mean, the work and um, I get started on something and I'm like a duck on a June bug. So there you have it. My little Okie sayings, because I'm from Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma though. I got to Texas as fast as I could. Been here, shoot, since 1975. Hmm. The air base is doing their little flying things today. Oh, thank you, Kristen. She said she's so glad to have you. Did I miss one? Oh, Gary said, Amen. God bless Texas. Right? So, Pam said, I used to smoke back in my 20s for a year or two, and I've struggled on and off with it ever since. Haven't smoked in over 5 years, though. That's great. I smoked when I was younger. I started real early. Catherine said, Roger suggested Mexican food for lunch. Then you said margarita, and I said yes, but no margarita. Ugh, my blood pressure. Yeah, good for you, Pam. Congrats, Pam. Oh, yeah, I smoked until I got pregnant with my first son, and I quit. And he got about 6 months old, and I started smoking again. And I smoked for about 6 months or a year and quit again. And I didn't smoke for 20 something years. And hanging out with friends, was at Starbucks. It all happened at Starbucks. And I had a friend that had clove cigarettes, and I thought, oh, we used to smoke those when I was a kid. I want to smoke one. And, every time we were hanging out at Starbucks, I'd smoke this clove cigarette. And then before you know it, I smoked. We did, didn't we, Kristen? Oh, and I don't know how long ago it's been since I've had a cigarette. See, I don't even remember. Don't remember. But it's been a long time. It's been a long time. And so I do a little vaping, but I don't smoke cigarettes. It's so different. It's just, but we did. Kristen and I, we rode together on bikes with our husbands. And then they had their accident. And I don't know, I had my hip replaced. And uh, so we started riding in the cars. We quit cigs a long time ago. We did, Kristen. Hello, Lori. How are you? Gary said the only time I ever really smoked was when I was chasing women in a dance bar or disco. Was still jonesing for nicotine and have dipped or chewed tobacco since I was young. Oh, Pam said my son vapes and wishes every day that he didn't. That he never tried it. Yeah, well, it's nicotine, but it's better than cigarettes. I can tell you. So, everyone's saying hello to Lori. How are you doing, Lori? Been a little bit out of the loop. My neighbor's mowing their yard. Okay, Gary, you have a great day too. Yep, um, it's about time for Fire with Ninja Turtle. Always try to hop on and catch some of his. Oh, it stopped raining there. It rained earlier this week here. Oh, your yard's getting mowed right now, Kristen. That's great. I mowed my backyard. First time here I've ever. Well, I hadn't mowed my yard in years. You know the story, Kristen, about that's how Jesse got in good graces with me is by mowing my yard. So anyway, he just mows the yard. But yes, I do. That's quite the story too. I have stories. I really do. I have stories. Told some of them. So, uh, but I just kind of wanted to go live. I want to do a few more of these because they help um, increase hours on my YouTube channel, which, you know, they're just holding right at the same because, and they'll do that until I've got several videos coming up in, I think it might be June, that have 4,000 views. So I will um, definitely have to get some stuff out and need to make some. I got up to almost 3,000 hours and now I'm at 2,000, 2740 something. Thank you, Pam. They say that that's what you need to do is the lives. And I've, I've always done the one live. I've just never done the pop-up lives. Says I need to go watch videos I haven't seen. So I have a few. I've kind of slowed down. I've committed to one long form a week and one live because my life has been a little bit hectic. That's a nice way of putting it. So, I do that, Lori. I've been on um, the Source and Reds and Fuzzies, not Fuzzies, Fluffies, Fluffy Divas, and yeah, I'm in that circle. Uh, um, I am in that circle, and they have helped, you know, some, but you hit, I'm coming up on 3 years on YouTube, and I really started working at it last year, and my channel really took off in June, and I have all of my popular videos have been since I did the one, Don't Let the Old Woman In. It has, I don't know, not 5,000, but almost. Um, and then I had several that had, I think I have another one that has 4,000, but I think that was between Christmas and New Year's. And so just, I had hoped by the time I got to this time that um, I would have my watch hours, but they started coming off as quick as I could get them put on because views dropped. And, but it's, I, I just try to be consistent, and that's, that's what I do. I'm not chasing uh, a viral video because I've done that. Makes you crazy trying to figure out, and that's not, there's no rhyme or reason to what makes one pop off. Just pray for inspired ideas from God, and that's what I do. But doing more lives is a way to get. I think it was Gary said, to get your hours, to to build them really quick. You have to have, what was it, 77 hours a week, and I was doing that, and uh, then in October it was almost like the faucet was turned off. I mean, the views just, they drop. You could, you could look at your, if you do 365 days and you look at those charts, and it was like, and then October 1st, and it was, it was so noticeable that something changed because my impressions are good. My my impressions are real high. I get, I don't know. I'm sometimes shocked. Impressions are high. The comments are high, engagement, all of that. If I do an audit, I get all these kudos about all that. But, you know, Pam's right. I think sustainability is more important. Do what you enjoy and what is sustainable, and let the views take care of themselves because YouTube continues to change. Oh, that is so true. In the 3 years I've been on here, it's changed a lot, and um, but some of it's my niche. Uh, I think self improvement uh, niches, unless you're well known, is not just really a big niche. So we are fixing to have some competition with the garbage truck. Yes, Pam, as soon as creators figure out what YouTube is doing, it changes. And I think that there's been a change again, but I know that building a community is the best part all the way around. And that's where I get lots of comments on my um videos and my lives. People rewatch my lives. I was surprised that people rewatch my lives. That Wednesday Night Live, as far as views, does pretty good. You know, how do y'all like the garbage truck? It's Friday Morning Live here on Entreaty with Rhonda Hensley. Well, it's been 45 minutes. Uh, Fire with Dr. Ninja Turtle is um, on, and so I'm going to go over there and support him. And I hope y'all have a great weekend, and uh, just celebrate you and do you on purpose. Might as well. Everyone else is taken.